Hello and welcome to the podcast. We hope you survived the experience. I'm Pete.
I'm Mike.
And today we're doing X-Men. Today we have reached our round number. We're doing X-Men 130, the dazzling debut of the dazzling Dazzler.
Here's my copy right here.
It is gorgeous. So Mike, as you have known for many years, Dazzler is unironically one of my favorite characters.
Right. I like Dazzler quite a bit too. She was one of the best in the X-Men 6-player arcade game back
She
in
was
the day.
the best, yes. Because she had the area of effect explosion.
Right. Argument that Nightcrawler may have been slightly better because he could jump across posters. But that's not important. What is important is first to talk about how Dazzler came to be, because Dazzler...
It's a great story. Yes.
Dazzler was initially an effort by Marvel to come up with a movie/book/record tie-in line so that they could have
her own multimedia experience.
Right, with Bo Derek as Dazzler. But a funny thing happened, which is that disco suddenly became less popular.
Yes, literally the month before this was published.
And so as soon as that happened, Bo Derek said, I'm not really interested anymore, and Marvel is like, we have put a whole lot of money and effort into creating this character, we don't want it to just be nothing. And so they made Claremont Byrne introduce her in an issue of X-Men, and then her own solo series shortly thereafter.
Since then, every few years you hear a pretty well substantiated rumor about which major performer Marvel's trying to get to play her.
Taylor Swift most recently.
The big rumor was she was going to be Dazzler in Deadpool Wolverine. And we all kind of believed it because it seemed pretty plausible.
I think it would have been kind of cool, honestly.
It would have been. Jonah Jett was the big name for the 80s.
Yeah. Although Bo Derek.
Bo Derek would have been great.
Yeah. A big star of the 70s for people who don't remember the 70s. I was there. So anyway, on the cover, Pete pointed out that Nightcrawler is dabbing on the cover of this, which makes Nightcrawler way cooler than anyone else in 1979/1980.
It's true. And then you have Jean Grey, who has become allergic to light, and Cyclops, who wants to optic blast her, from what I can tell.
I mean, fair.
It is an 8-pack.
I also like that the logo is done with marquee lights on the outside of it. I believe this is the only time that they do anything other than the 3D effect on the logo.
Cool. So this is happening. So this part's happening concurrently with X-Men 129, I believe.
Yes. Slightly later that day, because if we recall from X-Men 129, it was in the afternoon, the sun was out, Kitty was just getting home from dance class.
They're also time zone behind.
Oh, right, yeah.
So concurrently, maybe a couple hours later.
Yeah, and this is nighttime in New York City, and they take a lot of effort to say this is a rough part of New York City and there's a Rolls Royce in it. Just let it be. So
what I absolutely love about this issue is it takes place mostly in either an underground punk club where there's a disco performance, or an underground disco club where there's a bunch of punks hanging out. It's New York in the very late 70s. Underground disco clubs might have been a thing.
And underground punk clubs
were definitely
a thing. And anyway, so we're in an area of New York City that used to be an industrial area, but now has kind of rust belted its way into being just a rave scene, which we know nothing about, being near Detroit. That sort of thing doesn't happen around here.
No underground. We should just start seeing Isham.
Yeah. Here we have Nightcrawler, Jean, and Cyclops are coming out of the Rolls Royce with the custom license plate of Charles X.
I love that. Just Charles X1. It's great. Apparently, because there's probably a Charles X2 somewhere. I don't know. Maybe the Blackbird has a proper resignation.
I was just about to say that. You stole my joke.
I do that.
All right. So the Hellfire Club obviously has video on this because they have camera in some random ass part of New York City for some reason. I mean, at first I wanted to believe that it was like a dash cam from the Rolls Royce or something, but this clearly you could see the top of the Rolls Royce in the frame.
Oh, you thought that they put one in his... Yeah, that would make sense.
But no, they just have some random camera in a dilapidated part of New York City because they're weird voyeurs or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they are.
I mean, sure.
So I like the setup. They have not only the camera footage of what's going on outside the building, they then have like a photographic dossier on Jean, Scott, and Kurt, and then danger room footage playing. So they have like 3 monitors going for each person.
It's a full multimedia experience.
In 1979, it's impressive.
So Jean and Scott send Nightcrawler up to like just watch the Rolls Royce in case someone comes to steal hubcaps or whatever.
That's how you get Jason Todd. Did you want a Jason Todd?
And Jean and Scott go to a club, and they are shocked that coming into the area ahead of them, they don't know it's a club yet. They just know it's where the mutant is a dude wearing a leather vest and no shirt with a woman who is
wearing a sheet.
Yes.
That is. She is wearing less clothing than Emma Frost is.
Yeah, I mean...
It is a sheet. It is barely covering her. It is cinched at the waist.
Yeah, maybe a very small rope around the waist or something like that. But, yeah, Cyclops is like, uh-oh, these freaky people are going where we're going.
I hope... I don't know what's going to happen here. And then I love that and then John Byrne has like one staircase that he draws.
Oh yeah, it's a dilapidated, crappy staircase with the beat up lighting and Scott says it smells bad here, and Jean's like doesn't react. It just is like, what are we looking for? So they go into what they now find out is a club, and they really had no idea what this is, and Cyclops dunks on it by saying, is this where old discos go to die?
So we definitely have a village person here. We have like a leather daddy and Disco Stew at the bar.
And the bartender looks like Bilbo Baggins.
He does.
I'm just calling it like I see it.
No, John Byrne had a lot of fun drawing these. And then it looks like one of the characters from Akira, although this would be too early for that. And a woman who just seems to be wearing a sheet for fun. Doesn't seem to actually be doing anything. With giant, like, ingenue glasses and a headscarf.
It's definitely a weird mix of people for a disco. And it's really loud. So here we are in the disco. Jean and Scott, two of the squarest people in comics.
I like Scott's in a turtleneck and a blazer. Scott is ready for to go on. Scott is like in his like a third interview, business casual outfit.
Jean in a just a pretty normal dress and a jacket as well. They're both extremely overdressed for this because, as Pete would like to tell you, what the other people in the club look like.
It's John Byrne is clearly having the time of his life drawing these extras. Okay, he always does. We have this guy. We have like an evil elf from Shadowrun again, like
with a safety pin through his nose.
Yeah, and a woman who I don't even know what's going on with her hair. She has eyes in her hair.
It looks like eyes. I don't know. Olives.
But more importantly, Scott is using his portable Cerebro units, which will never come up again.
Yep. And we also have an Asian guy with a T-shirt that says Anarchy and also wearing a tie.
I love the background art of this issue.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want an Anarchy T-shirt and a tie. I mean,
you should do it.
It's a good look.
Yeah.
So he has Micro Cerebro in his watch. He's checking around. He's like, the alarm will start beeping when we find someone. And this is something I thought was really interesting. Jean is like, I can read minds, so I know everything that's going around here. Some of the things that people are thinking here are pretty gross.
But I'm not reading their minds.
Like, some of that sounds kind of cool. Some of those terrible things that people are thinking in a punk/disco in a in the abandoned warehouse district of New York City.
You got this guy who's a pimp slash maybe he's either a pimp or a pirate. I can't tell.
Maybe a matador.
I love the background art of this issue. Is what I'm trying to say.
So the Hellfire Club is singing a delivery van across the street from the club. This is where they have their whole AV set up in it. It mentions that Nightcrawler noticed the delivery van showed up and then immediately decided to forget that it existed.
It's a delivery van. It's a nondescript van parked across from the weird building my friends have gone into.
And this is a Claremont narrator talking junk about a character to just say, like, Nightcrawler, you're supposed to watch Rolls Royce, and what did you do? You saw a delivery van, you said, that's somebody else's problem.
Well, in all fairness, they're not doing anything to the Rolls Royce.
But the you rented van in the middle of the night in the abandoned warehouse district, come on, man.
Yeah, it should raise some alarms. I agree.
So we cut to Sebastian Shaw, Jason Wingard, talking about the first appearance of Sebastian Shaw, by the way, who becomes a rather important person in Marvel Comics.
That's true. He is the father of Shinobi Shaw, who is endlessly entertaining if we ever get to him.
Sure, we eventually will. And eventually Kitty Pryde gets a tattoo about how much she doesn't like
Shaw sucks.
Was it kills Shaw?
It changed. She gets... So what she does with that run is she occasionally just only
phases out
the ink, and she gets them redone multiple times. It's always something Shaw, something unpleasant Shaw. I have my issues with the Krakoa era. The Marauders comic. I think the Marauders comic is usually agreed to be the good part of the Krakoa era, and Kitty Pryde is freaking awesome in that.
She dresses like a pirate. But anyway, that's a story for a later time. Sebastian Shaw likes to flex how much money he's made. Also, he doesn't really trust Jason Wingard here very much. It's like, and Jason Wingard for his part is like, I don't think you're going to be able to capture all the X-Men. And Jason Wingard's like, oh, but I'm going to capture the coolest one all on my own. You guys suck.
If you're just going to capture one, it should be Jean.
Again, despite the Hellfire Club having the chess designations, White Queen, Black King, etc., we have the playing card suits in front of them.
And the spade is once again empty.
It always reminds me of like a 1970s game show with...
I get these weird... I don't think it ever actually... Well, I mean, of course... I just realized how obvious what I'm about to say is. It reminds me of the BBC show The Avengers, which the Hellfire Club was directly, because
for sure.
Chris Claremont saw that and was like, I like I like the Naughty Hellfire Club. We're gonna use that.
I never watched The Avengers, but
I quite like it.
I've been told it's good.
It's very absurd.
So Shaw gets a video call from the White Queen, and she's like, hey, I'm whooping it. I captured the X-Men. The only thing that happened is that Kitty Pryde got away. But she is a minor, and I've talked to parents into enrolling her in my Massachusetts Academy.
And I don't know what's going on with Jason's hairline here.
Sebastian.
Sebastian's hairline.
He has like that weird widow's peak thing going on.
I have a weird widow's peak thing, but I don't have quite that profile.
It's Sebastian Shaw.
His hair defies logic.
Yes.
First secondary mutation in X-Men comics.
Illogical hair.
Yeah.
So White Queen just kind of flexes about how awesome she is, and
they just have a compound. They just have a compound. The Hellfire Club just has a sci-fi evil villain lair in Chicago because
in the abandoned warehouse district again, which. Yeah, every city seems to have one of. So we then get like just kind of a catch up to what happened in 129, which obviously Hellfire Club beat up the X-Men, stripped them to their underwear, put them in cages, and Kitty Pryde managed to get away, but they have everybody else. They didn't strip Charles Xavier. He still has his suit on.
Well, he doesn't have lockpicks built into his headdress or anything.
As far as you know.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean,
he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Yeah. See, it seems like you were trying to set us up for like a third act reveal there. It's like...
Anyway,
Yep.
So Kitty Pryde is doing some reconnaissance and trying to figure out what's going on. Ends up going up to Storm because Storm was the person that she liked the most.
Mm-hmm.
Well, except for Colossus.
Oh yeah.
So she goes up to Storm, and Storm indicates that the cages that they're in are also affecting their ability to think and reason. So she isn't able to think very well, but what she does have is another magic thing that she is hiding.
She has... What is this one? This is she has the phone number to the X-Men. She has the phone number to Charles Xavier stitched into her clothes,
so that she could rip her clothes and have the phone number to give to someone.
How else is she going to sit around with a bare midriff?
Why would you put that on the inside of your clothing?
I don't know.
This is a really convenient and awkward thing.
I like Mike just looking at me like, why would you do that, Peter? Why would you personally do that? If we're gonna videotape ourselves, we gotta make use of it.
Yeah. Why? Why, Pete?
I don't know. Yeah, did you? Both of your sons could have probably been in a situation where having your phone number stitched to their clothes would be helpful for them.
All right, fair.
Mike's kids are
They're
hellions. See, I brought that back.
All right, so Kitty Pryde decides to try to sucker the Hellfire Club guards away by running deeper into the building, and they're like, haha, we're going to catch you. And so she just dives through the floor.
As you do.
With her massive bell bottoms.
Those are some pretty impressive bell bottoms.
And Emma Frost, despite not having thought of this before, is now complaining that her guards went into an obvious trap. It's like, how stupid are you guys?
You didn't know that teenager could dive through the floor? You weren't thinking of that?
When I told you guys to run after her, what I really meant was to go to the smartest place that you'll find out is the smart place 5 minutes from now. That's what I meant. Why can't you follow my simple instructions?
If one of you had been waiting on the floor that she was going to be on, we wouldn't have had this problem.
So now we're back to Jean Grey and thinking that she's wasting her time, thinking that all that she's accomplished so far is getting hit on and being told her dress is tacky.
She's going through her resume. Let's see. I'm a mutant. I've fallen in love. I died. I love the phrasing resurrected herself. Not she was resurrected. She was like, I'm dead. No, I'm not dead.
She once possessed the power of a god. She once possessed it. She still possesses it. It's like the Mitch Hedberg thing. I used to do drugs. I still do drugs. But I also used to. Yeah. She once possessed the power of a god. She still does, but she also once possessed it.
That's Mitch Hedberg.
So Jason Woodgard encounters her.
So we have Jean, who's dressed like a normal human being. We have Scott, who's dressed in his best business casual, and you have Jason Wingard in the club in his best
Regency clothing, as always.
Yes, he is still dressed like an Edwardian hunt master.
So Jean Grey this time.
Georgian huntmaster. Sorry.
Jean Grey this time likes the time slip and decides to go along with it. Mm-hmm. And in this time slip, she's getting married to Jason Woodgard by Sebastian Shaw, with Tessa as her bridesmaid.
It all comes back to Tessa.
Oh
God, that is tough. Yeah, you're right.
There she is. And she's really excited to get married to Jason Wingard. And
will you have this man? Yes, yes.
She even interrupts Sebastian Shaw in order to because she's so excited about this. So what is happening in the real world now is that first in the fantasy world, he reveals her to become the Black Queen.
Long may she reign.
Where she has her fetish wear as a member of the Hellfire Club. And a cape and a whip and everything.
Yeah, it's much more fetishy. Emma's corset comes up to just below her neck. Jean's showing she has some cleavage going on.
And the whip, which...
yeah, just straight up a whip.
And the lace-up boots as opposed to just normal boots.
Yeah. And, like, multiple roses pinned to her?
Yeah, she's definitely...
if you're going to go for it, go for it.
She went for it.
Mm-hmm.
So then what happens is that in reality, Jason Wingard got his tongue shoved down her throat on the dance floor at a club right in front of Cyclops. And she's a little surprised by this. And Cyclops is a little surprised by it. And Jean is immediately like,
Let me explain. I'm being mind controlled by one of our first enemies, but he's hot now. Also, there's this 18th century theme going on.
And Scott is like, this is not a way it should go. Oh, wait, something else is going on.
Anything else. Let me focus on anything else.
And here comes the Dazzler.
And she is dazzling. She's in like a skin-tight metallic silver bodysuit with a plunging neckline, giant like bat wing, blue wings over her eyes.
I mean, she's a disco goddess right now.
And seemingly metal shoes.
With, like, reflectors on them. So anyway, here she is, and she's, like, singing and using her light powers in order to give her own light show. And Scott and Jean are like, oh, she's pretty powerful. That's our mutant. We've got to figure it out. Meanwhile, Kitty Pryde uses the phone number that Storm gave her to call Nightcrawler, who uses the car phone, which is, like...
Apparently he left the windows open.
Yep, and the car phone is a rather expensive thing in 1979/1980.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he picks up the phone. Kitty tells him, hey, the X-Men captured. I'm getting chased around. Something's got to go. Something's got to happen. And Nightcrawler's like, wait, slow down a little bit. Who captured the X-Men?
Who are you? Where are you? What's going on?
And she's like, I've already hung up the phone, and the discount mandroids from Hellfire Club have arrived to tear the door off of the Rolls Royce instead of just reaching through it and grabbing Nightcrawler by the neck. It's more important to tear the door totally off.
So Nightcrawler does his thing where he climbs up the building Spider-Man style, and the mandroids just walk up the side of the building.
Nightcrawler can tell that they understand his fighting style, his abilities, his weaknesses, and he is not sure how he's going to manage to get out of this situation. And meanwhile, Jean is like, Scott, I'd really like to talk about
Not now, Jean!
But it's important. I need to tell you why I'm making out with this dude.
But there's a shiny girl!
And, yeah, so...
That's basically how that goes.
And so the Knights of Hellfire come in through the ceiling, through the skylight. Jean immediately zaps them into their costumes, which Scott is astonished by this. However, like, they appear in costume just out of the blue all the time.
Yeah. It's pretty... he's wondering, hey, maybe she's too powerful. Maybe she's using her powers way too casually.
And much like in last issue now, the Hellfire Club is able to specifically counteract the X-Men that they're fighting. And so once again, we have the same solution as last time, which is switch partners. In this case, what happens is Dazzler gets involved and starts smacking them around.
Because they're upstaging her, not because there's human life on the line, because they're upstaging her.
She's like, hey, this is supposed to be my party. It's not your party. It's my party.
And I will make you cry if I want to.
And so she frees Jean Grey first and foremost, and Jean Grey is cheaty, as mentioned, and so she manages to get Cyclops free, who he zaps the other people. Nightcrawler shows up in the grasp of Hellfire Knight. They quickly, like, this fight scene is like the quickest fight scene of all time. It's just like...
Yeah, it's like 2 pages. It's just like,
wow,
that is a fast fight scene.
And, I mean, but it had so much build up. This is Pete's favorite part of the
issue.
It's my
favorite part of the issue.
Cyclops goes up to Dazzler and was like, hey, I'm starting to give you the speech about being a mutant, using your powers to save humanity. Have you ever wondered where your light powers come from?
Nope.
That's it. Just like that. Don't care.
She says, I have light powers. I don't care.
And Cyclops is like, this means you have a responsibility to humanity. And she's like, are you for real, man? I don't have a responsibility of shit.
Do you have a hot guy with a mullet and 3 fingers?
We will in like 10 years.
I'll
be back then. So he tells Dazzler that she should hang out with them for now until they figure out what's going on. The Rolls Royce pulls past Jason Wingard, and we still have one door off of the Rolls Royce, so the continuity worked. I
just like the fact that apparently the fact that Jason Wingard, awesome, mutton chops, dude, is projecting his weedy, nerdy silhouette, reflection, and that will become a big plot point in the next issue or two.
And like the Claremont narrator makes fun of Cyclops for not recognizing the profile of a guy he fought 30 years ago.
As well you should, Mike. I mean, I noticed the shadows of all the people I drive past on the street randomly.
And he's worried more that Jason Wingard is a rival for Jean's affections than he is worried about him being a bad guy. He's like, if he's a bad guy, I'll fight him. But if he wants to be great, I can't compete with the majesty that is Jason Wingard.
I mean, there's some pretty epic mutton chops.
And at the end, we have Mastermind walking away, laughing about how awesome he is.
This issue really holds up.
It's one of the best issues. And also in the original issue, in the letters page, it mentions that they have made available a Art of John Byrne portfolio for the low price of $6.
Not bad.
Yeah. Just a whole bunch of selected John Byrne artworks.
I had one of those for Rob Liefeld back in the day. I regret nothing.
Rob Liefeld. I like Rob Liefeld because he's very much like, hey, I suck at drawing. You're correct. I am terrible at it. But
I get paid a lot of money to suck at drawing. I made
millions of dollars being terrible at drawing. So who's the loser here? Not Rob Liefeld.
Not Rob Liefeld. Okay.
He's an artist in the 90s. We'll get to him in 50 years.
So it holds up. It was a lot of fun. I dig it.
I dig it a lot too, and I'm interested in where this story goes. I really don't know what happens. I know what happens.
We both know what happens. We've read ahead.
So I hope you survived the experience.
Yeah, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. I'll just edit all this out, but it should be. It's worked before, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna get up and hit.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I think